Minutes.
Took a peek at them, I didn't see anything that jumped out at me.
I read them also. I didn't see anything.
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes.
I'll second that motion.
Call for a vote.
Tippit, aye.
Seaman, aye.
Bulls eye.
Claims.
It was a short run, only 10 pages.
After last one?
Yeah, I did look through them, a lot of stuff.
A lot of stuff. The only question I had on the sheriff, what is the hunting exchange program? $2,000 community foundation.
It is the sheriff?
Isn't it sheriff?
There's a, oh, it is?
Oh, I was listening.
001.
05?
What page?
One, no wait, I'm sorry, page 2.
It doesn't sound like ours.
Maybe it didn't.
It might, to me, it sounds like it'd be conservation.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm looking at the report.
And well, then on the workstations, is that all part of that
Community
conversion over to the
foundation.
new computers and everything?
Yes, you should
Was
stop
getting-
over and look.
Getting rid of the desks, okay. I thought that's what that was, but.
They're pretty much up. They're
Okay.
still away from the wall a little bit, but it looks great.
Good.
Each of the wall, all the outside walls are lined with workstations, so.
So that project's about all wrapped up then? Once that
Yes,
gets done?
that's pretty much the last of it.
Did he get that answered?
No, I'm trying to look, right?
Community Foundation.
Community Foundation, $2,000, hunt and exchange program.
Internship. Hunt.
Internship? Mine says externship.
It's to the community foundation.
Yeah.
It's doing an update, so just a minute.
Is there somebody from conservation?
I didn't heard of an externship.
Right. Maybe wonder if it's a typo.
There is things called externships. It's almost like it's like you're after you graduate or something.
Oh, okay.
Let's see here. Okay, Google. It's a short-term experiential learning opportunity similar to a job shadow. Students observe a profession in their field.
Is it
So I
the
guess it'd be
Community
like more
Foundation of
like a
Greater Des Moines, or what does it say?
non-paid
No. You
job
wanna look at
shadow.
it?
Yeah, 'cause
It's not ours.
I'll bring it
No,
over you.
I was, it's on the same page as your other one, that's why I was
Okay,
kind of.
yes, I'm pretty sure that, yeah, I didn't put that on, I know.
that's conservation.
Oh, okay.
Yep,
Okay.
yep, I can tell me the numbers. Yeah. Community Foundation, what'd you just do?
I gotta get my.
No, he went like
this.
this.
I'll tell you what.
To me.
Oh.
That's the only
I'll have to
thing.
give you guys quizzes on the budget, on the funds and departments.
Yeah, I'll flunk. I'm terrible.
It's only taken me 26 years.
Figure out what department is what, but those are the only things that I had seen that I had questions on.
Ron, did you have any?
No.
So can I get a motion to approve the claims?
I would make a motion to approve the claims as presented.
I will second.
Okay, call for a vote.
Tippit, aye.
Seaman, aye.
Bulls eye.
Okay, now we got acknowledge Lazy Acres liquor license.
Yep, there's the email and a copy of the certificate in your folder.
Email.
It just says it's been successfully renewed through the automatic renewal program, so they have, that's how they notified us. But
Okay. Or can I get a motion to acknowledge?
I will make a motion to acknowledge the Beyond a Resort at Lazy Acres LLC liquor license and renewal.
Okay,
I'll second that motion.
call for a vote.
Tippit, aye.
Seaman, aye.
Bulls eye.
Sheriff.
Just got a couple things.
got is, memorandum, that one I got right away.
Yes, this is a union, memo of understanding, or memorandum of agreement, we call it something else, but it's for, one of the things is the holidays. We added full-time employees will get Christmas Eve now as a holiday, which it wasn't before. And then the full-time employees will receive 2 personal days versus like a birthday, and they move to the anniversary date of hire. That makes sense. And that was voted on by the union, and so there's that.
Back in April, right?
Yeah, it's been a little bit since we voted,
April 1st.
since the union voted on it.
So in other words, we just need a motion to approve your memorandum agreement that you guys agreed to.
They don't have to sign that, do they?
No?
No.
There's nothing to sign.
Okay.
I would make the motion to recognize the memorandum of agreement, understanding,
Whatever,
whatever you
yeah.
want to call it. Deals with holidays.
Okay,
I'll second.
okay, call for a vote.
Tippit, aye.
Amy, aye.
Bull's
All right, there's Don Markland, what can you say?
This is a resolution 2541. It's just to change Dawn to exempt. She's non-union. We're just going to switch her over to salary.
Make the motion on resolution 2541 to move Dawn Markland from, she's currently hourly under the union. and this
She's not in the union.
She's not in the union.
No, she's,
So, and this would move her to an exempt position, non-union, and it would be a salaried position.
I'll second.
Okay, call for a vote.
Tippit, aye.
Seaman, aye.
Bull's eye.
I think that's all we have to do.
that's it.
So you looking for next week?
Yep. Well, yeah, I'm gonna get the other signatures.
Okay.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you.
Yep, I'll get the signed copy back.
Okay, you want this back? Thanks.
Derek, do you have a copy of the resolution? Do you want?
I think you just the one that you sent.
Okay, yep, that's what I gave him.
All right. Yeah, I'm sorry I didn't.
Oh, yeah, that's
Just
fine.
feel
Ray did respond, so.
Oh, Ray did? Okay.
There's those two.
Thank you.
Okay. Discuss and approve the resolution for county attorney's intern position. We got that right here, 2542.
Yeah, after last week, we didn't all have all the details, so now it's all
Right.
drawn out.
Mhm.
So can I get a motion to approve resolution 2542?
I would make the motion to approve resolution 2542, that is for the internship program at the county attorney's office this summer for
Priyal Patel.
Priyal Patel.
I will second.
Okay. I will call for a vote on that.
Tippit, aye.
Seaman, aye.
Bull's eye.
There's one.
I don't know if he was, I thought he was gonna be coming today, so I don't know if you wanna wait or if you just want me to go.
We can wait, we can
Okay.
wait.
Just a few minutes.
Pretty
here,
much
see if-
everything ran through, so let's, how about reports? We should have, we signed the claims in
Let's see, last week I had, mental health region. There is an MOU they would like us to look at, so I will make sure everybody has a copy of that. And,
Is that the one that we had the option to terminate though?
no, that's something different.
Okay, because we still have to do
This-
something with that too.
Yeah. That particular, the one with us to terminate from being members of the region, they have already agreed to let 3 counties out, and we're one of them, with Bremer, Benton, and Iowa, because we are not in this, in the new district, we're being assigned a different district. So ours is not, and I know I've forwarded it to Ray, and he gave an opinion on it. He didn't see the hurry, wanted to make sure we got everything taken care of through the fiscal end of the year, and got all of our payments with the region. That brings us to the other piece. They do not have their budget approved for the end of the year payout yet with the new folks, so they don't know how that's gonna work for certain. The MOU, the region, you know, it is not the employee's fault that they would be losing jobs. We have one employee that may be able to stay. She could stay a county employee, but we would be reimbursed for that. But I will send everybody a copy of that MOU, and then, like, so she could come next week and discuss that, see if that would be an option. What the county would do, then she would stay a county employee for at least, for a year at least. The new group in these regions, if somebody would get the job with them, they're not falling under IPERS. So the county, the people that were county employees that haven't quit and went somewhere else, it's to their advantage to try to maintain the county position, because then they get to keep their IPERS.
When we would have to probably do a budget amendment or something, right?
Yeah, but she says if this could be done, that the new position would, kind of like it is now.
Right, but I'm just saying for how we put our spending authority in the
Yes.
current, going forward.
But I'll send everybody a copy of that MOU so you can look at it, and then we'll have her come in and talk. The next meeting was HACAP. Matter of fact, last week, they started their interviews. Their 2 top people are retiring, and they started their interviews to fill one of the positions. It sounds like most, if not all, of their funding is coming through for their budget again. So they'll still have their programs going. And then Friday was the Central Iowa Juvenile Detention. Started at 10, we got over about 2:30. That was a long one. Several closed sessions going in there. In doing their raises, which they haven't done completely yet. They do a cost of living, and then after they do their evaluations of the employees, then they will give a range on a merit raise. So their raises will be from, I think their cost of living was 2.3 or 2.6, and then up to 4.5% on a merit raise. So 7% would be the high end, and 2.6 would be the low. They also forwarded me a copy of their matrix. of the costs and then how a juvenile raises up through the matrix to cost more money per day. They said they do that on a daily basis, and that the juvenile could go in and out depending on their behavior, and then that would be on how we are charged, and that currently, they believe they were notifying the juvenile court office of where the juvenile was at, as far as where they fell in their matrix, which then equaled to what we were being charged for that day. I forwarded that on to Ray, and then requested that the county attorney's office also be put in the loop on where our person in detention is at as far as their matrix. So we have an idea if we're in the, what, $250 a day, or
400.
or if we're in the $400 a day.
And Ron, sorry for interrupting, so like they say like they do that daily, so like each day it restarts back to 250,
Yes,
and they notify us when there's an upcharge?
supposedly.
Okay.
Well, they notify Luke.
Okay,
I've requested that the county attorney's office also be notified.
yeah, okay.
And we can reinforce that with an email to them to make sure that's happening.
Mm-hmm.
And then they sent me the matrix, I sent it to Ray within the last few days.
Well, I know like, when we had that whole bill dispute thing, when they finally emailed us back, I don't know if it's the same one, because that's the only one I've seen, where they have like a score system.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
I told you they also did an open records request wanting to know salaries for our county employees,
They did?
to all counties, but like, thought
Wait,
that was.
what?
I know. Yeah.
Okay.
I know.
I'll just let my book tell my story. Sorry.
Thought the same, I'm not the only one that thought that either, so.
And that took care of my meetings last week.
Okay. Matt, we'll let you get at it.
Scott?
Yep.
So this is Scott Ford. He's requesting a variance to our subdivision ordinance, and new building, and for mortgage purposes, need to split that off.
Yep.
Is that correct?
Yep.
So look, and this is within a previously platted subdivision. So with that, we need to do a replat, but the preliminary with all of our additional standards, not really necessary in this case, as we're just looking at splitting off a portion of that for mortgage purposes. So I'm requesting that variance there to essentially eliminate the preliminary plat. So it'd just be approving that final plat, and be submitting that just like we would any other subdivision plats, just skipping that preliminary plat instead. Is there anything?
That's perfect.
Everything is in order through your
Yeah.
office.
Yeah, they've already submitted preliminary of what they're looking at for that split, and just splitting off that portion where that building's gonna be, so.
Everything's up to code.
Yep, yeah, everything's good with that, and they'll be moving forward there with completing those final plat requirements here after this.
Where is this?
This, so this is Rouse, Joe Mesa, and that's on 61st Street lane there, where you go down the hill there to Schmiecki's there.
Perfect, yeah.
You're down there, so.
there an existing house there?
Yes, yep, that's
In the
where
center of
Scout is, yep.
Okay.
You guys understand it?
Yeah.
So can I get a motion to either approve or deny resolution 2543?
I would make a motion to approve this request.
I'll second.
Okay, I'll call for a vote.
Tippit, aye.
Seaman, aye.
Bull's eye. You already signed when you signed it?
Thank you, Matt.
What's that?
One more thing on the,
That one will get recorded
Okay, just
usually,
work back.
Okay,
yeah.
all right.
So when you get your survey and all that stuff ready. we'll
the
just-
shrimp farm is creating quite the buzz.
Is it?
Awesome.
I
Thanks, guys. Thank
have
you.
a lot of people comment that they want to see it, they want to go down, they want to buy some shrimp.
That's, everything that I've done has been positive and there's a bit of an excitement saying, well, this sounds kind of cool.
I
think he's
never
gonna
would have
follow
thought
through
like
with it?
Iowa to have a shrimp
I hope
farm.
so.
I would have thought maybe
That's what
Michigan or something.
Yeah, it's kind of a,
Pretty cool.
It's
it's
creating,
kind of interesting to see just what's going to happen.
people are excited. I realize it's a year out or so, but
I
I
did
guess
have,
how long it takes to build a shrimp farm.
shouldn't be too bad. I mean, once they get the building built, I think they go pretty quick. I did, the only meeting I had was with the historical preservation. They had a few questions about, you know, what's gonna happen with this area here, and I said, we don't know. We're still up in the air with that, and I said, but we haven't forgotten. The only thing they were hoping with is when it comes to the, they're having their Iowa Summit coming up the first part of June, which they're all going to attend. But the one thing that they would like to see is that when for the clock tower, for the dedication, they'd like to have some sort of presence in that, since that all started before I came on, but I guess they were kind of fundamental in getting that started, and they'd like to be involved in the end of it. So I don't know if Ray has any ideas or when that's gonna be.
That's, what was the date, June something, they're doing that,
June 9th will be in the courthouse.
Yeah.
where they bring it in and start putting it up first.
Yeah, but they'd just like to be involved in the,
I didn't write them dates down. That was
I
my
put it in the
fault.
minutes, so,
I'm sure it's June 9th and then
But weren't they
rededication
coming,
on the 19th.
they were coming on the weekend,
they were gonna come in on a Sunday
Yep.
okay?
and come in on the first floor and put it together and get it ready for the display, and then,
yeah, for the dedication on the 19th,
yeah.
is I think they'd like to have some sort of a presence there. That's what I would ask.
What days that fall on?
Oh, is that it too? I think it's, that's a Thursday. 19th. So, I don't know if I'm, like I said, if there's something they could do, seeing how it is historical and it is, kind of falls right into their bailiwick, so. And that is the only meeting that I had.
Well, actually, they could come Sunday and help carry the stuff in.
Yeah, I think they probably would be willing to help out any way that they can. We just gotta let them know what's going on.
Okay.
So, yeah, they just like to be recognized for it, so, all right.
Okay. Only thing I had was the landfill last week. June, I believe it's 16th is when they're gonna mobilize the company in here, bringing their equipment in for start digging the new lagoon system.
How many of those do we currently have? Can't keep track of them. How many lagoons is currently? Just the one?
We got one, I'd be lying now, I think it holds
That one we did about 7 years ago.
500,000. You know what I mean, they just made it deeper than what they did.
So, yeah.
Built the sides up, and of course, it's got a plastic liner in it, it's not like a, similar to a swimming pool, how's that sound? It's got a liner in it. So now this new one's gonna be a lot bigger, it's gonna hold, I believe, like 1.5 million gallons.
3 times.
Yes,
That's sad how fast we filled that other one up.
and then the object is that they're gonna have a mister in there, which would help them out. The mister will shoot up like a part, spraying up in the air,
Evaporate.
evaporate instead of hauling it. Right now, they haul it to Blairstown and they haul it to, Blairstown and Van Horn,
Then they run it through their,
lagoon system.
okay.
Yep.
Is that, do they pay for that?
Yes, yes.
So this
2.5
will,
cents a gallon.
so this will cut down some of their costs if they can
Yes.
do that.
So do they want to put paddle boats or anything on it?
See, I've always said that water, you know, I mean, it's green looking, granted, but the bullfrogs that are there, they only got 1 head and 4 legs. If they had 6 legs or 2 heads, then I'd probably say, yeah, we,
Probably shouldn't be selling
Right.
bullfrog.
that's all I have.
I reported on all mine.
Okay, so
I'm good.
take a motion to adjourn.
Bruce, you want to stay or do you want to adjourn?
No, I'll second.
All right.
Did you made the motion?
Yeah, I'll make the motion.
Okay, yeah, then I'll second the motion to adjourn.
All right, call for a vote.
Tip it aye.
Team and I.
Full side.